We have to keep continuing to do these missions. And now I got to check back with Abigail later. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and go to bed. She ain't even in the house and it's late outside. Crazy. She just warped outside the door because the mission gonna be right here.
What you cooking?
Same thing I've been cooking the past 15 years with the hope of poisoning you.
Ain't working so well.
Not yet.
Be honest though, tastes bad enough to kill a man.
I never was much of a cook, but I did try to be a good wife.
And you have been.
Given what we was and what we came from, I think we've gone and done okay. I look at Jack, I look at him, and I think we've been blessed. Maybe he can be something more.
He's a good kid. He can be whatever he wants to be. He ain't gonna be no frontier gunslinger killing and running no gang, though. That way's over. Railroads and government and motor cars and everything gone and done away with all that.
And he ain't gonna marry no orphaned working girl running with a bunch of hucksters, neither.
If he meets one like you, I hope he'll marry her.
Stop. For an illiterate gunslinger, you sure know how to make a girl blush. God damn crows! John! You have got to go deal with them. They've broken into the silo again and are eating all the corn out from it.
Of course, my angel.
Wait, get out of there.
All right, all right.
Come on. Scat. Shh.
They did a much better job on her character in RDR2. Scare him. I'm just gonna shoot him. How about that? How about that? How about that? Just shoot them all. Oh, this what we on? Y'all still don't want to leave, huh? Don't worry about it. We just gonna go ahead. Just shoot them all. Quick mission. Now those are missions I'm talking about. Those are the type of missions we need to be doing all the time. Just let me go shoot some crows off the thing, and it'd be good. Where's you? I don't want to shoot them because I don't know if they are mines or not.
John, we got a telegram from some lady friend of yours, a Bonnie something or other. Something you ain't telling me?
Bonnie McFarland. She's a friend. Saved my life when I went after Bill and nearly got myself killed again.
Oh, and now you two's in the habit of sending each other letters. How very nice.
It weren't nothing like that. What's it say?
I don't know. I can't. Well, you know I can't read.
Give it here.
You read that thing out loud?
I ain't hiding nothing. Dear Mr. Marston, stop. Need corn sacks. Stop. Emergency. Stop. Weevils and moths ate entire county supply. Stop. Can you help? Not exactly the most romantic request now, is it?
I guess not. She saved your life, you say?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, then you're gonna have to help her and her family out. We've got a plentiful supply of corn sacks over near the silo. About the one thing Uncle didn't manage to have stolen while we was gone.
Okay.
Hurry back, John. And John, what's she like?
You know, a little bit like you, I guess. She's a woman in a man's world.
He a little smooth with it. He a little bit smooth. He a little smooth.
John, wait! Maybe I should meet this McFarland woman.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
Come on, then. Let's get going. I don't think I can let you go off again without me.
Fair enough. I'm glad of the company. You only had to ask.
Ask? I was waiting for you to ask me.
I thought you'd want to keep an eye on the boy.
Oh, while you were off cavorting with cowgirls in the next county? I don't think so, John Marston. You only just got home. That Jack has seen enough of me for a lifetime. So, is she married? This Bonnie McFarland?
No,
What does she look like?
I don't know. Pretty normal, I suppose.
Normal? What? Normal like me?
No, normal as in 2 eyes, mouth, nose, that kind of normal. Besides, ain't no woman fine as you.
A little flattery. Now we're finally getting somewhere.
If you find yourself in a hole, the first thing to do is stop digging.
Another pearl of wisdom from John Marston. I sure do miss those.
I never took you for the jealous type, Abigail.
I ain't jealous so much as curious.
You heard what she wrote. It's just some corn. She saved my life, and she was decent enough to me, so I owe her this much at least.
How did she save your life anyway?
She found me half dead on the side of the road and took me to the doctor. Most folks would have left me there.
Half dead from what?
Bill didn't take so kindly to me visiting unannounced.
Bill never did like surprises. How was he?
Same as he was when we left. Angry and dumb. Taking his revenge out on the world. People down there was really scared of him.
Of Bill? You gotta be kidding me. He was only frightening if you was afraid of dumb fools.
Bill weren't so mad, but when Dutch went crazy, Bill took it hard.
For a while, we all thought we'd found something right. A better way to live, but it was just a lie. So you saw before they did.
Maybe. But they was still kind of a family.
A family that left you for dead. You knew the truth, John, and they hated you for it.
Where did they take you?
Who?
Those government bastards. Where did they hold you and Jack?
I ain't sure. They kept their eyes covered there and back. Can't have been too far from here, though.
They treat you right?
It ain't the first time I've had a gun to my head, John. You're forgetting your marriage proposal.
Very funny.
No, they learned pretty quick what would happen if they laid a finger on me.
Sons of bitches.
It wasn't them or being there. I didn't care about that. I've been in far worse situations.
You came. Thank you so much. We lost the entire harvest.
Miss McFarland, I'd like you to meet my wife, Abigail.
Oh, ain't you quite the gentleman all of a sudden?
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mrs. Marston.
Likewise. Thank you for saving my husband's life. And for teaching the miserable goat some manners, among other things.
I didn't teach him anything. I know better than to try to change a man. You should meet my father.
Oh, people can change, Miss McFarland. John and I have to believe that more than anybody.
This is a decent first harvest for you, John. You should be proud. That's good land you got there.
How are you feeling, Mrs. Marston? From what your husband told me, it must have been awful for you.
I've been through worse, and I knew he'd be back before too long. He can't cook a meal to save his life.
Abigail, in my darkest hours, when I was most homesick, just the thought of one of your rat meat stews kept me pushing forward.
Well, about as amusing as a weeping saddle sore, ain't he, Miss McFarland? If you're gonna start yammering about women's work, John, I'd say you might be in the wrong company.
I'd say so, too.
I never felt so outnumbered.
Why not have both? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got to get it out my head. She's sad, y'all. Look.
Ma'am?
She ain't happy. I told y'all when we first met her, she going. I told y'all she going. Man.
So that was the famous Bonnie.
That was her, all right.
She's pretty, saved your life. Most of the time, anyways.
The McFarlands are good people.
She did blush redder than a shepherd's sunset when she saw you, though.
I have that effect on women.
You've clearly had one too many blows to the head.
You ain't wrong about that, Mrs. Marston.
It's like,
That's quite a ranch they got there.
That'll be us someday. As soon as we get back on our feet.
I don't know, John. How many times can we start again? An outlaw and a working girl. We ain't exactly farmers.
We are now. Forget that life. It's over.
Do you really believe that?
We have to. It's the only way we'll ever have a future.
The life we led, that doesn't go away. It's never over. You think those government men are just gonna leave us alone now?
The old gang's dead. I did what they asked.
And that's it? A life of pride forgiven?
We're back together, ain't we?
Until they decide you owe them something else.
Sometimes I think I was the stupid one for believing I could get out. Maybe Dutch, Bill, and Javier were just being honest with themselves.
You ain't perfect, John, and I sure ain't. But you're better than they are. Than they were.
Maybe we can't change. But we gotta try, for Jack's sake. What if we have to start again 100 times? Better than going back to what we were. How's Jack doing?
Angry, upset. He's been through a lot.
I hope he's gonna be alright.
It's gonna take time. For a while, his world was safe. Normal, even. Then it got turned upside down again.
He ain't saying much about it.
I've tried to talk to him, but how do you explain any of it? What do you say when he asks about Uncle Bill and Uncle Dutch? They were his family when he was a little boy.
He hides away in those books of his.
Wouldn't you? It ain't like the real world's done him many favors. He's just been kidnapped. He grew up with the gang. That's no life for a boy.
We did our best to protect him.
Come on, John. He saw things no boy should see.
Well, now we got a chance to make it right.
We did good today, John. I guess I better go fix us something to eat.
nah, you know, the crazy thing about that is, right? The crazy thing about that is, it seems to be there is some type of confidence and swagger you carry yourself with when you got a woman, right? And it's a swagger that's only displayed when you're in a relationship, that somehow, some way attracts women from all cultures and ethnicities towards you. But then when you're single, right, that same swagger is not being displayed. And so those same women that were chasing after you no longer it wants you when you're single. And that's what happened with my boy John right there. You understand? John had a swagger about him that made Bonnie get up. You understand? It made Bonnie be like, ooh, I want that man. But then when if John was single, Bonnie wouldn't have wanted him. You understand? Bonnie wouldn't have wanted him at all. But it's the fact that he told her that he had a wife, wasn't approaching her, and then brought the wife to meet her. She wanted him even more now. But the moment if he was to leave his wife for Bonnie, she wouldn't want him no more. But if he was to cheat on his wife, she would allow him to keep cheating and then turn up the notch of cheating. You know what I'm saying? She would start giving him mad, just to try to get him to break up with Bonnie, because she don't want him with Bonnie. I mean, she don't want him with Abigail, but she don't want him neither. And that's the story of women. So next time you're in a relationship and you realize that when you're in that relationship, that girl that you've been chasing after, or just some fine specimen of a woman start chasing after you, either leave her over there or stay with your girl. Because if you cheat, you're going to become a dog to your girl, and that girl going to only be with you because you cheating. The moment you break up with your girl and you let her know, she ain't going to want you no more.
You're tensing up.
I'm not.
You are. Your back's tense and it's making the rifle jump. You're holding it wrong. Here, let me show you.
I don't need you to show me, Paul.
I guess not.
Don't show me and you'll just run off again or something. It's better I teach myself.
I ain't going nowhere.
Whatever you say, Paul.
Don't be like that.
Sorry.
Wolves been after the herd. Gotta get out there and scare them off. You wanna come with me? Safer with two.
Okay.
I'm about to light them wolves up.
All right, let's go. Stay on Rufus now. Let's go.
Let's go, Rufus.
I can shoot. You know that. Why you gotta treat me like a kid?
It's what fathers do. I'm just trying to look out for you.
You can't just decide to be a father when it suits you. What about the rest of the time?
Come on, Jack. That ain't exactly fair.
1 minute you're telling me to be a man, the next you tell me I'm just a boy.
It's gonna take a while for things to get back to normal.
Normal? Was it ever normal?
I don't know, but it'll get better, son. I promise. Whoa there.
I'm sorry, Paul.
You don't need to be.
I don't mean to be moody. I'm glad you're home. I really am. It's just every time you go off, well, I worry you're not coming back.
I swear, if it was down to me, I'd never have gone anywhere.
They can't make you, can they?
It's complicated, but it seems they can.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't understand.
Just some things you start have to be finished.
What was your father like?
I didn't really know him. He died when I was just a boy.
Died of what?
Why do you want to know? Come on, he's picked up a scent. Stay close, Jack.
Paul, is Uncle really your uncle?
No, at least I sincerely hope not. He's probably lots of people's father, though.
Well, why do you call him uncle then?
Folks always did. Probably because he's always been older than everybody else.
He was old when I was a kid.
He was old when I was a kid, son. God must have had some purpose for keeping him on this earth. And I sure as hell don't know what that is. That's his signal. Come on.
There they go.
Get him, Jack!
Shh.
Good work, son. Go on now, Rufus. Find the rest of them.
Easy. Get here.
Come on, Rufus. I'm here with you.
There they are. Come on, son. That'll work.
Come on. No, don't y'all think y'all about to attack my dog now.
Whoa.
Hey,
you ain't shot nothing. You taking too
All
long.
right. We should head back now. We got out further than I thought.
Uh-oh. What are you doing? They want you.
And we don't get to... I can't even skin him because I'm in a mission.
They won't be after our cattle for a while.
That was some good shooting, son.
So can I go out hunting by myself now?
Hold on there, cowboy. You ain't ready for that yet. One step at a time.
Ah, please, Paul.
We'll go out again soon. Catch something nice for your ma to cook.
I reckon I can kill a bear, no problem.
I ain't gonna tell you again, Jack. You don't leave the farm without checking with me first, you hear?
Yes, sir, I hear you. Paul, can I ask you something?
Of course.
Were you a murderer?
What?
That place where they held us. Boss shouted at a guard one time, and he yelled that you were a murderer.
Maybe. But I live my life believing there's a difference between killing and murdering.
Not when the person who's dead.
No. And I guess I've been both. That's how it goes. We all do what we have to survive. And sometimes it ain't pretty. And in the end, we pay the price for what we did.
Like those rustlers who attacked our cattle?
Exactly. Look, when I was a kid, things were different. Rules were different, but that's over now.
Let's go. You know, we could be outlaws, you and me.
All we did was kill a few wolves.
Well, I read a book about a murdered son who robbed banks. One-armed Willie. That was his name.
I'm happy with my 2 arms, if you don't mind.
Just imagine it, though. John and Jack Marston. Most wanted men in the West.
And what about your mom?
Well, I mean, we still come home.
You live in a dream world. It ain't like they tell it in books. And it ain't no way to live life. It was ugly and brutal.
All right. I was only joking around.
You'll have a farm of your own. You can read and write. Don't waste your life, son. Don't live like I had to. You're turned into a decent hunter, son. But try to stay out of trouble.
Those missions were quick, efficient, and regular. No boof.